What's happening, YouTube? James Hoff out here in Southern California on a cold and rainy day. My goodness, talk about pandemic weather. This is crazy. I'm going to talk a little bit about some Fizbo stuff today. And real quick, before I jump into that, whoa, watch out. It's like an earthquake without an earthquake. There we go. Let's do that for now. But before I do that, for those of you who don't know, you can shoot me a text message. We can engage and interact, and you can ask me questions anytime you want. 949-216-5448. It is my texting community. You can join it for free, and I'm doing a ton of one-on-one engagement and interaction in there, and it's really great because it gives us the opportunity to connect one-on-one, but make sure that you don't miss announcements, updates, tips, tricks, motivation, and all that kind of fun stuff. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to talk about some Fizbo stuff today. So click that subscribe button wherever there's tools and resources and stuff available to you down in the comments. So make sure you check that out as well. I recently was introduced by my friend Chris Jones to a free tool that he made called Fizbo Bonanza. And for those of you who like chasing Fizbos, this is awesome. I've never understood why people pay for Fizbo leads, and Chris just validated that entire point because, wow, he just found a way to pull all the sources together, created a tool to pull all the sources together, and grab all the Fizbos in your area and allow you to download the contacts and the leads for free. Yeah, for free. But then the question is, thanks, Pat, for this one, what the hell do you do with it? So, first and foremost, if you'd like to learn more about how I do lead generation in general, you can join Lead Drops. It's LEADDROPS. I don't sell leads, and I do not do the lead generation for you, but I do teach my exact lead generation strategies, and I'm giving you March, April, and May for free to help get through this pandemic and give you opportunities to learn a few things about becoming more virtual, and also some ways that you can tap into things like expireds differently than maybe you have in the past. Okay, so if you want more information, go to leaddrops.com. You can join that, create a free account until June 1st. But this specific lead generation strategy, how do I go about Fizbos? Once I have the information, what do? Do you call the for sale by owner and tell them, hey, I am trying to get a feel for the market, and I like to know all the inventory, so I want to come and preview your home, just so that you can show up with your listing presentation and do the whole bait and switch? I hate that strategy. Can't stand it. And I wish that it was just gone for forever, and the agents that did that strategy, I wish they would just get out of the business. And it's because it's so not genuine. It's not honest. You know, it's great if we could just all be transparent with our messaging. Like, hey, I want to list your house. Is it cool if I come by? And just let them blow you up on the phone there, because they're going to say no. But here's the deal. Instead, what I like to do is come from a place of contribution. Much like I'm making a free video for you right now, you can make and create free content and information that could help for sale by owners. And what does that do for you? It helps them realize that you are a resource to the community, to that community of Fizbos, and that you are genuine and honest, and you don't spend your entire day pitching them and trying to get them to list with you, but instead give them information and let them have the opportunity to utilize it. You know, someone once told me the best thing that you can do is give your most valuable stuff away for free, and people will pay you to put it all together. Because it's not that having the information is the most valuable. Of course, it really is, so don't be fooled by that. But what people think the most valuable part is having somebody help them piece the puzzle together, right? Help them execute. And most of that's because of lack of discipline. So what I would recommend you do with the Fizbos, instead of going at them and trying to pitch them, tell them why you're such a great agent, drop off like the listing packet and all that stuff just so they can review it in case they have a change of heart. Instead, what I would recommend you do is give them the opportunity, give all for sale by owners the opportunity to experience the value of your services for free. What do you think of that? Totally 100% for free. You like the bobblehead? Guys, it matters big time. And the reason it matters is because you want people to understand how overwhelming it can be to try to bring a house to market by yourself. I'm not saying what we do is rocket science, but if you really differentiate yourself as an agent Bringing a house to market is a heck of a lot more than putting a sign in the ground and adding a couple of photos from your cell phone up on the MLS, right? We know that bringing a house to market requires an appropriate analysis. It requires professional photography. It requires professional brochures. It requires understanding the neighborhood, looking up the numbers, figuring out exactly what's going to be brought together and how you're going to plan your launch, how you're going to trickle out the pre-launch strategy, how you're going to build demand and excitement, right, and anticipation for this thing, and then ultimately, boom, hit the market and hopefully sell it in like a week, right? It's all about how we prepare to come to market and then how we execute in the first 1 to 3 weeks of that listing. And what most for sale by owners don't truly appreciate is that time is of the essence, because they just put that carrot out there and they dangle it for months and months and months, some of them years before because they just say they're not desperate, they don't have to sell, it's just a preference. They see if they can get what they want. My point is this. If you come from a place of contribution, if you come from a place of, hey, I'm just here to help you, give me a call anytime. I'm here to offer free insight, free information. Heck, I'll tell you exactly what I think your home should be worth. I'll give you a list of every vendor that I use. I'll refer you to escrow and title and an attorney if you need one. I'll refer you to my loan officer if you want to have buyers get cross-qualified. I'll refer you to my photographer, my printer, my digital marketer. I'll refer you to anybody and everybody that you want. I'll do all that for free. And why? Because you guys, again, at some point, it's like, well, how do all these puzzle pieces fit together? And that's where they typically come back and pay you to help them out, right? So somebody asked me, and this is where I thanked Pat earlier, what do you do once you have the Fizbo lead? Well, I give. That's what I do. The first thing that I like to do generally is I like to send a letter. Now, during this pandemic, some people are weird about mail. So I would say, like, maybe think about this, but I'm going to give you an alternative momentarily, but let me tell you the letter first, okay? The letter that I like to send is basically, dear homeowner, notice your home is for sale, or notice you're trying to sell your house. First and foremost, please know that I'm a licensed realtor and I am not asking you to list with me, and I do not have a buyer for your home. However, I wanted to let you know that in uncertain times, and with a constantly changing market, especially with like crazy-ish happening during this pandemic, I'm here to just offer any guidance, assistance, and point of direction that I can totally for free. And I'm able to do this until and unless you get your house into escrow, because once it's under contract, I can't take it from there because my broker won't allow me to take on the responsibility, right? The liability. You phrase it how you want. And then what I say is, you're probably wondering, what's the catch? Why would I do this? And then I quickly state, well, statistics show that most people would prefer not to sell their own home. And I just figured that if you knew anybody else that was looking for an agent, and I was the one agent that didn't try to hard sell a Fizbo, that I might get a strong recommendation to somebody else from you. That's it. And guess what? What's awesome about it is you're super transparent. And, excuse me, see, we don't get to edit our lives, so I'm not editing the video. It is what it is. But, excuse me, I apologize. So, we don't want to ruin our opportunity to build rapport. So, by adding real value to this Fizbo, we build rapport, and then we build a memory, right? We become memorable to them. We become a valuable asset. So, what happens is, if they throw in the towel, if they get frustrated, they already know what we provide, what I do. Why? Because I told them. Hey, if people go, well, what can you do for me? Well, I can help you price it. I can help you with photos. I can help you with vendors. I can help you get the house cleaned and the windows washed and get my landscaper out here. I can help you do this. I can help you do that. I can help prep it for marketing. I can get the photos. I can do the 3D virtual tour. This is the printer that I use. And then people go, what? You do all of that? Yeah, I do. But I don't pitch it like that. Well, if I were representing you, here's what I would do. No, the idea, the mentality that we want is to say, what I would recommend is, right? This is the way we phrase. What I would recommend is the following. And it's implied that that's what you would do. Because why would you recommend anything that you yourself wouldn't do? So now all of a sudden it becomes this awesome opportunity to let somebody basically know everything that you do without saying, well, this is what I do. You're just saying this is what I recommend. And then all of a sudden they're like, wow, that's great. And if they get overwhelmed by all the pieces of the puzzle because they've been working with like a 20-piece puzzle, but you usually have a 500-piece puzzle that you play with, dude, then that's when they come to you. So you're actually working for their referrals to get other people, because any Fizbo that refers a realtor must really like the realtor, right? But the other thing that you're working for is building rapport, building relationship, because you want to be the one agent that actually didn't try to hard sell and overpitch or do anything, but rather just showed real forward-facing value that they could actually implement and use to sell their own house. But if they get frustrated and don't want to put it together, they hit you up. Now, what's the alternative approach to a direct mail piece? So, oh, by the way, really quick, let me interrupt my interruption. So you want to articulate in the bottom part, the last part of your letter, that most people don't want to sell their own house. And so if you know anybody, I'd love to get your referral. And the reason I'm willing to help you for free on top of that is because I want to help your entire neighborhood maintain its value, right? So if there's anything that I can do, I just want to make sure you get what you deserve and that you and whatever buyer comes to the table get a fair trade, right? Okay, so the second way that you could approach though, and it's probably a little bit better in today's market, is consider texting. But please don't text and put them on a drip campaign where you're going to text them like every day for a week and like just drive them bonkers, because cold calls and texting are being heavily abused. So are emails for that matter, but you get the idea, right? But what can you do with the text? Same sentiment as the letter, but it's just, hey, so-and-so, or hey, what up, homeowner? Understand you're trying to sell your house right now. I know we're in this weird pandemic and we're navigating uncertain times and there's a lot of questions. And while I don't have all the answers, as an expert in real estate sales, I just wanted to let you know that I'm here to answer any questions you have. I'm here to help you with anything that I can, whether that is the value I think your home should be, or a list of all my vendors, or recommendations on staging, whatever it is. I would love to just let you know that I'm an asset and I'm here for you. And again, all about coming from a place of contribution. Text message might be, go F yourself, but text message back also could be, hey, thanks, I'm good. But text message could also be, wow, word twist. The text message you get back could also be, hey, thanks, I appreciate it. I actually could use a better photographer. Or, hey, I appreciate it. Here's my listing. Could you go check it out and let me know, what do you think of the description? What do you think of this? What do you think of that? If I have an office, but I use it as a bedroom, do you as an agent still list it as a bedroom? And you can answer those questions, right? You can help them out. So give first, and know that if you give without contingency, more often than not, things will come back. They may not come back the way that you think they will and the way that you're expecting or hoping, but things generally come back in some capacity in a positive way if you just give first. So help, be willing to help people. In the same way that I'm making a free, way longer than it needs to be YouTube video for you, if you just, I'm coming from a place of contribution and help and guidance, and if you do the same for your clients, which is the same I do for my coaching clients and my real estate clients, like it's all the same strategy. There's no magic in this. It's literally just giving more to people. And when you do that, you typically will find better results. Again, I'm James. Don't forget to join my free texting community. Again, a lot of one-on-one interaction in there. 949-216-5448. Again, it's 949-216-5448. You can hit me up directly on there, which is pretty cool. And then if you want to learn more about how I specifically lead generate, I don't sell leads and I won't do the lead generation for you, but I will teach you my exact strategies from start to finish, nothing held back, in my Lead Drops program. You can check it out at leaddrops.com. And don't forget to download or to go to Fizbo Bonanza. There's links to all this great stuff down in the comments, or if you're getting this in an email, I'm sure I put it in there somewhere. But there's links to all of this down in the comments section or in the description. So make sure you look at that and get access to all of these different resources. But you can download the Fizbos for free. You can download the leads for free with contact info, by the way. And I've just given you a couple of ways that you can reach out to them with recommendations on the strategy that I would take. You guys remember something: if you want to make it happen, you got to work. Real agents work. Make sure you're one of them.